UN representatives in Lebanon have held a press encounter with members of the media entitled UN in Lebanon Year in Review 2015. The event included an open discussion with UN Special Coordinator for Lebanon Ms. Sigrid Kaag, UN Resident and Humanitarian Coordinator Mr. Philippe Lazzarini, and representatives of UN agencies, funds, and programs. The Year in Review 2015 highlights the UN's long-standing commitment to the service of Lebanon and its people, as well as its engagement and partnership with the country.
I'd like to know, what is the biggest challenge that the UN faced in its work in Lebanon this past year?
I would say two. The most acute challenge is probably on the field of peace and security. Last year, January, when we were concerned about the repercussions of the tensions and the incidents that occurred across the blue line. The risk of miscalculation is always there, and the consequences for Lebanon and as well as the citizens of Israel would have been potentially devastating. That's one. That is an undercurrent risk that is always there, and we always highlight that. The more structural other challenge, and I think that's not just one, is of course dealing with the impact of the Syria crisis on Lebanon. There's continued frailty, and the erosion of the institutions of state are certainly not helping. So this is a chronic undercurrent challenge. So all of us, of course, continue to hope and try to assist in whatever way we can that a solution will be found to the issue of the presidency, and the institutions of state will be redynamized.
When the UN Secretary General was here, I asked him a question specifically about Daesh and how to actually prevent Daesh from, impacting Lebanon and its security. So what is the UN doing about this?
Well, I think I just mentioned the launch of the Prevention of Violent Extremism strategy we have that has different pillars. Poverty is one of them, or the fight against poverty, education, health, but also assistance to the Lebanese armed forces through the international community, training, capacity building. It's a fairly holistic approach. But of course, I think I can only commend the Lebanese armed forces, the entire security apparatus of the country, in their ability and their courage and determination to keep the country safe and secure and to shield and protect its territorial integrity.
So I'd like to know what your plans for long-term development are and what have been your achievements for the past year.
We as a UN are developing our cooperation framework with the government for the next coming 4 years, which is the Whole Lebanon approach that Ms. Kaag has highlighted before, with an emphasis on peace and security, an emphasis on governance and electoral law and support to peace of reform and legislation, and also support on the socio-economic, and that's on the socio-economic where we do try to do the difference between what has been scaled up because of the crisis, and I do believe that because of the crisis, Lebanon has become a more vulnerable place, and this is the reason why we need to scale up our support at a time of a crisis. And there is also one area I haven't mentioned, but which is very important for all of us, is the environmental area.
Do you have any plans to help with the garbage situation here?
The UN, through its various specialized agencies, has provided, is providing, and will provide, technical expertise and advice on feasibility of, the upcoming plan. So yes, we are, through our technical expert, providing advice to the government